Hello and welcome back to the 410 show. My name is Adrian Pope, your host. Parlay Tay's in the building with us, of course. Always holding it down. 45 is my new age, y'all. This is my first show I'm doing since turning 45, Parlay Tay, man.
You're an old man.
I'm old, man, but I'm a very driven old man, and I'm driven to make sure the 410 show flies high, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I'm so glad to be back. It was a great weekend. Shout out to my man Dre. Mirandia, his daughter, she got married. My niece, it was a special time. Had to take the time out for that Parlay Tay. So I know y'all missed me for a couple days, but we back in the fold. Don't worry, we were paying attention to everything. That's why Parlay Tay is here, keeping me on my stuff. So look, we got to run down a whole bunch of stuff here, Parlay Tay. We're gonna start out with, of course, the Orioles. We got to stay on top of them, man, because we can't lose sight of what they're doing. We got to talk about the Ravens. That game, we'll talk about that game in a minute. And then, of course, we have some other stuff going on. College football getting ready to happen here on Saturday, man. You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm excited about the college
Got that
football
going
game.
on. The WNBA getting ready to close that season down and start that FIBA World Cup that we were alluding to. We're going to talk about that a little bit. So, my goodness, a big show, man. Let's get going here. Before we can start anything at all, we have to give a shout out to Wanda Wilson, Financial Services. We in the fight with you, Miss Wanda. Come on down to the studio and tell everybody about the great work that you're doing. But once again, Wanda Wilson, one of our great sponsors down here at the 410 show. We don't want to leave them out at all, Parlay Tay. The Orioles, once again, 2.5 games back out there, AL wild cards picture right now. What are you thinking, Parlay Tay? You think we're gonna get the job done? I was a number one fan of the polar bear for the last 2 weeks. Nobody could tell me he was doing anything wrong. He finally got that hit streak snapped yesterday, but maybe he can pick it up today. But yeah, what do you think, man?
I think the polar bear gonna stay hot.
Okay,
He's been heating up at the right time. Unfortunately, the Orioles have not been so hot. Kind of lost a couple games here, down to 2.5 games. Now they start a 9-game stretch going on the road, starting with the Cardinals. Then they're going to Oakland. Then they're going to Colorado. It's a lot of hotels, a lot of on the road. And just a kind of a bad time for a 9-game homestand for a team that's 2.5 games and fighting with 7 other teams. It's a tough road to. It's a tough road, and I just don't see that the Orioles are going to come out and wind up being a playoff team.
Well, Parlay Tay, once again, I differ with you on this one here. I do think that this is the right time for the Orioles to go on this 9-game road trip. I mean, they've been playing pretty well, number one, and our record on the road is not bad, number two. And the 3 teams that we had these road games against, we're talking about 3 teams that are struggling. One team, the playoff hopes just went down to 2.8% yesterday. That's the St. Louis Cardinals. We played them today. I think we're going to sweep that series there. If not, we're definitely going to win the series. And then we're going to move on to the Athletics, which they have the worst home record in the Major League Baseball league.
I don't think the A's been good since the 90s.
I don't think so either. But of course, they had Jose Canseco and Mark McGwire, but we're not going to get into the Bash Brothers and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I do think that we can maybe sweep the Athletics on the road. And then, of course, we had the Rockies after that. So, I mean, I don't
the Rockies might be the worst out of all 3 of those teams.
They might be. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see where we can't make up the ground. We are 2.5 games behind. But once again, the young guys, we're playing with house money down here. They're not expected to make the playoffs because they just had the fire sale.
And prove me wrong. I hope they do. I'm talking to you, O's. Prove me wrong.
Prove Parlay Tay wrong. Right. I got your back.
Yeah,
for sure. He got your back too. But, of course, y'all been hurting our hearts down here in the 410 because, it's been mediocre at best. But, Parlay Tay, tonight, I'm going to tell you right now, just because I am so pumped up about us getting to the playoffs, I'm going to do y'all a favor. We've been holding on to this for football season, but I'm going to give y'all a little bit. If y'all are paying attention right now, you're going to say thank you tomorrow. I got this one 410 show chip right here, right? And we're going to put this on the parlay. So, if you're paying attention today, I'm telling you, this is Parlay Tay is his name. This is what we do down here, y'all, just in case you don't know. So, I'm going to go ahead, get your pencil out or your phone out, whatever you need to. I'm going to give you a 4-hit parlay today that will cash out, y'all. It will cash out. So, first one you need to put on there is Zach Nito. The second one you should put on there is going to be from our game. And unfortunately, this is a parlay, so I know you're like, oh, man, you're on the other team. Agent, what you... Trust me, y'all. Trust me. All right, they're going to be playing catch-up. They're going to need to get a few hits. Alec Burleson, you put him on there. So you got Zach Nito, Alec Burleson. And then you go to Connor Norby. Those here in our land should know who Connor Norby is, so we can root for him tonight a little bit there. He'll get you a hit. And then number 4, one of my main man, I picked him to win the home run derby. That's going to be Junior Caminero. If you put those 4 on your hit ticket tonight, right now the odds look like they're about plus 407. That's going to cash in, and that's going to make this chip turn into a few more chips tomorrow.
That chip turns into 4 chips.
There it is. So we're going to put that right here, and we're going to see y'all next time. And I'm telling you, I'm going to start rolling these stuff out to y'all. We're going to see what happens here on the 410 show, Parlay Tay. Because once again, Parlay Tay is your name, man. We got to show them what we do, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So moving on from that, once again, I'll tell you that one more time before we go, just in case you missed it. Once again, we got to get into the Ravens game. I did watch some of the game. I'm not going to lie. It could not hold my attention the whole game, Parlay Tay. The MVP of the game was Ryan Eckley. So, when Ryan Eckley is the MVP of the game, and I'm quoting that the man had 323 punting yards in the game, you know what kind of game it was. Did you get a chance to check it out?
I did watch a little bit. I mean, that's a stat you don't hear too often, total punt yards. So you know that there wasn't a lot going on in that game. What I did notice is they took Jacoby Lane out earlier. With that, early in the towards the second, like a little bit into the second quarter.
Okay.
What that says to me is that he's going to be locked in with the number 3. It is the number 3 wide receiver.
Okay. Well, I mean, seniority is putting Bateman at number 2, but we obviously got to talk about Bateman here in just a second. We get into that. I don't want to put that in the mix of what we're talking about here. Just performance-wise right now, I feel like Lane, the energy that he has, he did the Kodak Black song that, you know what I mean, everybody was talking about. So you see the young energy, he wants it. And I want him to want it, and I want us to give him that opportunity. So if we can feed him and take some of that off of Zay's plate through the year, that way he's a little more healthy as the year goes on, I like the prospects there. So once again, number 2, number 3, number 4, potato, we need you to perform. It doesn't matter where you at on the depth chart.
He's got hands. He can catch the rock. So
I told you.
I'm excited.
Rookie of the year.
I'm excited about Jacoby Lane.
He is on my ticket for Rookie of the Year.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
The odds are crazy, y'all. They're crazy. Anyway, so talking about that game, obviously defense held up 13-3. Preseason, we seem to be preseason juggernauts these days.
We never lose in preseason.
That's right. If you haven't been betting on us in the preseason, God bless you. Because
I think it's like 1 loss in the last 5 years.
My point exactly.
Yeah,
God bless you.
It's
we
absurd.
we win in the preseason. But if we can keep that going through the regular season, I would be a real happy man. Getting into this Bateman situation, I was hating to even bring up anything negative, but once again, it seems that they always rear ugly heads here to start the year where we get some type of scandal or something going on to go into it. If you haven't already heard, Rashad Bateman had been arrested for some weird stuff going on down there in Georgia. I don't know what happened. Hopefully, Rashad can come down here to the 410 Show studios and let me know what's going on. I love to talk to him about it. Of course, off camera. We're not trying to put anybody on blast. I just want to understand what's going on down there because we are down here holding them down here, Parlay.
I think we should get Rashad down here. That'd be cool.
Well,
big habit.
If anybody check Bait out, I have some ways where I can talk to some people. We'll see if we can't get them down here. The season's going right now, so we probably have to wait, until we get a little break or something. But you know what? We might be pulling up to the bank on y'all anyway. So we might see them down there right on the field, Parlay Tank.
Okay.
How would that look?
Hey, that'd be cool. Right on the field, talking to him.
All right,
see what's going on. Probably not going to talk to him about the story while
I'm
he's
not
on the
going to
field.
talk to him about that while we're on the field for sure. But we're going to connect. But we got your back, Bateman. We saw the young lady finally came out and said that everything she was saying was a whole bunch of mumbo-jumbo stuff. But something did go on, Parlay Tay. I know how things can go out here in the world. So at the end of the day, You can't jump to any conclusion. You don't know what happened. You got to get both sides of it. It just sucks that she's now coming back out after she made all of this, these accusations, and now saying this. So I think they're together. That's his child's mother. So I think they're gonna probably have to try to work it out. But that relationship definitely needs to be worked on a little bit so we don't have this stuff in the news, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment too much on it. I mean, I just wish the best for both parties and keep it moving. Hopefully nothing crazy actually happened. I'm not sure. She's saying one thing, then she turning around saying another thing. It's all hearsay from me.
But there's a baby involved, man.
Yeah,
so at the end of the day,
that's
like I
the most
said, I just
important
want
thing.
them to get their stuff together so we can make sure the baby is good. And of course, we want to keep the nation down here good as well. We just went through this all last year with JT. We don't need any of this, man.
Nah.
Not at all. So moving on from that, Mentor we trust. Mentor was down there on his 8 Mile stuff, doing his thing there. I don't know, did you check him out, man?
I did. I seen him singing the Eminem
Yeah,
song.
I know you like that. Parlay Tay. Yeah, definitely, man. It looked like the boys were really connected in that video. I've never, ever seen Harbaugh doing anything like that.
You probably won't.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's a different feel down there, and I think that's just beneficial to our overall just health of the organization down there, man. I feel like we got stale, and here it is. We have our coach in there performing 8 Mile song. So
I'm excited about Mentor, man. I think he's a big upgrade in Harbaugh. It should be interesting to watch what he does this year.
It is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Lamar loves his new coach. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and put Lamar down for your MVP for the year, because that's what he does when he gets a new coach. New coordinator in the bench.
I wholeheartedly agree that Lamar is going to win the MVP.
Yeah, new coordinator equals MVP for Lamar. So it should be MVP 4, but we'll go ahead and just say MVP 3 right now here on the 410 show. Y'all watch, man. I'm trying to tell you, this stuff is going to happen. The Super Bowl, they said that. Yeah, that's exactly how it's going down. Of course, we have to talk about the situation on our offensive line. Not the best of news there, Parlay Tay. Can you tell everybody what went on there?
Danny Pinter, the center, he's out for the year. It looks like Pochich, the guy that we signed from Cleveland, is going to wind up being the center. Look, I didn't expect big things from the center position. It's not like Danny Pinter is Tyler Lindenbaum by any means.
Right.
So, I mean, we just need somebody serviceable there at this point and hope that the rest of the line holds it together. I think that is one of our weaker points of our team, but there's so many other strong parts of the team, but we need that O-line to come together, so hopefully, we get things in order.
Well, that is a tough loss for us. Obviously, we've been trying to figure out who we're going to put there in the mix. They've been saying Javon Gwynn has been showing signs of being a nice offensive lineman down there, so we'll see what we're going to do. I just feel like at the end of the day, we had to be able to run the ball. So if we have a hole there in the middle like that, man, that's going to be a detriment to our offense. So once again, maybe we need to figure out a way to bring somebody else in. We'll see who gets cut.
Yeah.
That's always a thing. Somebody gets cut.
They make those late trades, so I could see them bringing somebody.
Now I'm not saying these guys can't play. It's just that I'm a little worried right now because I'm not seeing this guy's coming off an Achilles injury here, and then the other gentleman, he's brand new on the line. So I mean. Yeah,
not a lot of experience.
That's right. So I mean, we're gonna need somebody else there in the mix. I already know that. So hopefully that'll get resolved here shortly. Of course, our first home game is on the 20th of September, right?
I believe so.
I believe so too. And you're gonna be checking out the white noise uniforms for the first time down there at the bank, man. You check those out?
I did see them.
They're pretty cool, y'all. I can't wait to see it. Of course, everybody and their mama's gonna be down there at the bank. We're gonna be doing a watch party right here at the 410 show for every home game, for every game for that matter. So we'll be getting ready for that. I don't know how that's gonna be. People gonna be jumping around in here, Parlay Tay. It's gonna be pretty wild in here. But you know what? That's what we're gonna be doing. Of course, this weekend, the Battle of the Beltway. But it's in the preseason, so it's the I don't really know how to put it, but it's still the Battle of the Beltway going down here at the bank. It's gonna be 6 o'clock Friday. We're gonna be right here doing our fantasy football draft, watching the game, Parlay Tay. You ready for fantasy football, man?
I am. We can talk about Lamar and Jaden Daniels, whereas in the game they ain't gonna be there.
Ain't that something, man?
Right.
It's gonna be a matchup that we would definitely be looking forward to seeing for years to come with those two right there.
Yeah, in the regular season.
And for those Commander fans, for my man Joe will be out here on Friday during the fantasy football draft picking his team. For those Commander fans, yeah, Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, maybe that'd be a Super Bowl matchup.
We need that. The DMV needs that.
Could be,
they
man.
do.
Could be. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Of course, you already know who I'm picking to win that game. Past that, NBA's been really quiet. Once again, everybody is getting fully armed for the Philly situation. So it's just crickets out there in the NBA. Unless it's about Kawhi Leonard and whatever's going on there, it's just crickets because everybody is grinding trying to figure it out. Shout out to Kobe Bryant. Happy birthday, Bean Bryant. You know, Kobe's birthday just passed. You know, my goodness, man. Number 10, that was my number at 5-star basketball camp on the All-Star team. And it was my number right here. And that was Kobe's USA number, if you don't know, man.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
thinking
don't worry,
8,
man.
I'm
don't
like,
worry,
wait a
man.
second.
I got
Where's
you,
the
man.
10
You gotta
coming
go
from?
check on the
Okay.
Kobe USA team. That's number 10 there,
All right.
man. Just a little bit of info for you. You know, I'm already
That
on top of
Redeem
it.
Team documentary was good, and it showed that Kobe is ready to work harder than anyone. And it really got into that whole Mamba mentality
Yep.
thing. And I couldn't stand Kobe when he was in the league because I'm
Yep.
a Spurs fan. But watching that, you can't do nothing but respect Kobe. That guy worked harder than anybody else, and he was as great as he was because of all the hard work he put in.
Absolutely, man. Once again, shout out to Kobe. You already know, man, we miss you. And everybody holds that Mamba mentality serious when they talking about that thing there, man. So, yeah, man, you ain't know that number 10, man. I told you, man, I got it. All right, so WNBA, of course, we've been hollering about them. They coming up here to get ready to close the season down for that FIBA World Cup. We're going to break down the USA team and who they're going to be playing parlay tape, so we're going to get into that. You know, the WNBA has been every night just the girls are just shooting threes, and you know I seen somebody doing this over here the other night. I thought she was going to throw an alley-oop to the girl, and she was going like this. You don't know what you're going to see at the WNBA.
You know what I
right
would
now.
really like to see is the WNBA All-Stars versus the college All-Stars. Not talking about the graduating seniors. I'm talking about the beginning of the year before the college actually start out. To have these women versus these college All-Stars, I think it would be a better game than some people think.
Think so?
I do.
We're going to definitely be talking about the WNBA. Shout out to Angel Reese. Once again, we're going to try to get her down here to the studio. Also, if you didn't know, just a little tidbit, I do need to circle back to this. Julian Reese, her brother, he did get traded from the Wizards.
I saw that. Yeah,
man. So I was looking forward to trying to get down there and checking him out. So, man, maybe is he in Denver now?
I believe so.
I believe he's out in Denver, out there with Jokic. So, man, he'd be able to get on the floor with Jokic out there, and then that'd be a good.
Oh, they got DeMar DeRozan too.
They do, man. So that Denver team, you know, looks real interesting out there. I want to see what Jokic can do with them pieces. But Reese is very, very, very underrated, man, because on that team with Jokic, I think he'll be a nice little throw in the game and get the job done under
And
the
he
basket.
will be. He had a couple big games last year when he played big minutes for the Wizards.
Yes,
And
he did.
towards the end of the season, he had a couple 20-point. I think he might have had a 20
He
rebound
did.
game too.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. So I was looking forward to him this year. So that kind of was like, we're going to watch that, man. I didn't like that trade. I don't know if they did the right thing there. But they have AD, but we already know his reliability isn't reliable. All right, so we're talking about fantasy football, man. The draft, 410 show draft is on Friday at 6 o'clock. We still have maybe one, maybe two slots that we have. If anybody is available to come in and they want to play, it's free. Let me know. I'll get you directions down here to the studio. You come in, hang out with me and Parlay Tay and the rest of the guys. Max, we're going to give your team away, man. If you don't come back, where is he at? He's in
Max is big chilling in Bermuda.
Bermuda, Max. If you don't have all kinds of stuff for us when you get back, you better stay out Bermuda, man. You know what I'm saying? But no, Max, I'm glad you're having fun, but we do want you to come back to the 410 at some point in time. You think, is he going to come back?
Yeah, Max will be back.
All right, Max.
Come on back, Max.
Come on back, Max. The preseason almost over, man. We need you back, man. No, but that's gonna be pretty cool. Parlay Tay, I appreciate you coming in today. I appreciate everybody that was watching today. Once again, me and Parlay Tay, we're gonna get deep down in the weeds on this fantasy football. So if you need any kind of information on fantasy football, who else better to let them know about it than Parlay Tay, your boy Adrian Pope here. So once again, if you didn't catch that parlay, I normally don't do this. I was saving this for the football season, but I got y'all. Once again, go ahead and put you a little chip on Zach Nito, Alec Burleson, Connor Norby, and Junior Caminero. You put them 4 on that ticket, and you say, thank you, Adrian. I appreciate it.
It's all of them to get a hit, right?
All of them to get a hit.
Okay.
Just one hit. You put them for 2, that's on you. One hit. They good for the one hit, and you go ahead and collect your money. You get you some lunch tomorrow or something, courtesy of the 410 show. How that sound, Parlay Tay?
Sound good. I might
right.
throw a little something on it myself.
I know I am, so I mean, that's why I told y'all to. So once again, thank you for your time. We're going to catch y'all really soon. We out.